Hey, what's going on, G-Ballers? We're going to be taking a look at several new knives today that would make a great EDC. A lot of these are going to come in well under $80. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome to GBall Vision. Drop a comment below. Let me know what your carry is today. We're going to kick this video off with a knife that I haven't seen much here on YouTube lately. This is the new Artisan Cutlery Simoon. It is out of their budget line, right around $50. We are looking at 3.5 inches of RPM 9. They have a couple of different configurations. This one has the stonewash blade. You are looking at dual thumb studs for the deployment. We have textured G10 handles, a nice deep carry clip, and that is going to be reversible for lefties. And then we have the new recoil V2 lock here, which is a crossbar fin lock combination, and it works very good. You can disengage it with the crossbar lock, and you can disengage it with the fin lock. You can also open it with both of the locks as well, along with all the thumb studs. So you have a couple of different ways to disengage this knife and a couple of ways to open it up. They are starting to put the recoil V2 lock on some more premium ended models, and I think that will make the lock even better going into something like a titanium handle. I just think it'll give it an even better feel. But if you want something that's a little different, the new Simoon is worth a look. Next knife we're going to be taking a look at is a newer one coming in from SRM. This is called the 261 or the Cub, and you're actually going to get a 2-for-1 on this one here. They actually did two different versions of this knife here. They did one in 154 cm, and that one's going to come in right around $74. And then they did one in 140 CR laminated steel, which they say has similar blade performance to S30V, S35VN, and those are going to come in right around $68. So you're going to get a tremendous value as always from SRM. We are going to be looking at 7.1 inches overall. We have 2.9 inches of cutting edge, a great sharpening choil, textured G10 handles, a G10 backspacer with an integrated lanyard hole. You do have a deep carry clip that is really well done, and it is going to be left-hand friendly. They do a great job with their crossbar locks. Now, these are going to be on washers and will require a little bit of break-in, but as you break them in, they get smoother and smoother, as you can see here with the uncoated 140 CR blade. This is already breaking in very nicely. If you're looking for a utility workhorse, more in the affordable range, Cub is worth checking out. We have one coming in from CJRB here. This is called the Kestrel. It is a Ray Laconico design. Not your prototypical Laconico design either. We have that straight sheep's foot blade. It is about 3.3 inches of RPM 9. We have dual thumb studs for the deployment along with a front flipper. Textured G10 handles with a cross-cut pattern, and then we do have a deep carry clip here that's left-hand friendly. Great access to the liner with a chamfer. The detent on this knife is tuned to perfection, especially for the studs. I think the front flipper could be a little bit better. It is usable and it does work, but I think the jimping could be a little bit better. But if you're a thumb stud guy or gal, this is going to be right up your alley for a utility EDC. Next up, we have one coming in from Trivisa. This is called the Dragonfly here, and I gotta say I'm a huge fan of this knife right here. This particular one's going to come in right at $66, $67. We are looking at just under 3 inches of 14C 28N. Nice PVD coating, anodized orange thumb studs, great sharpening choil, incredibly good crossbar lock action. And then we have this really cool cross-cut full copper handle with a steel backspacer, and then we have a nice deep carry clip that is reversible for lefties. We even have an included lanyard hole there. This thing, because it has the copper handles, although it's a little bit smaller of a knife or a secondary knife, this thing has a great heft to it that you wouldn't otherwise have without these copper handles. This has become one of my favorite Trivisa knives that they have ever done. Next, we have one that's really grown on me. This is called the Kaiser Seagull. Initially, I wasn't a big fan of this knife, but I have come around on it. These are going to come in right around $70. We are looking at 14C 28N, right around 3 inches. Nice sharpening choil, 50-50 area. We have a cutout front and rear flipper for the deployment. This has a really nice micarta handle, and then we do have a brass backspacer with a deep carry clip that is going to be right hand carry only. We do have great access to the liner with a chamfer there. The action is absolutely incredible on this knife. You have a double set of jimping, which is well executed. The detent is tuned perfectly for all the forms of deployment. The cutout is well done. The front flipper is well designed, good jimping, good height, and then this very minimal rear flipper works very, very well. Comfortable in hand. This would make a great hip pocket knife. Next, we're taking a look at the Wixco Knives Drax. On Amazon right now, this knife is on a pretty good sale. They have a retail price of $94, but they have a 25% coupon code, which will take this down right about $71, $72. But over on the Wixco website, these are going to be on sale for $75, and then I have a 10% coupon code, which will take this down around $67, $68. So that is a fantastic price for a carbon fiber knife with 14C 28N. We're looking at 4.1 inches of handle, 7.36 inches overall. 14C is a phenomenal steel. We have a nice PVD coating, dual thumb studs for the deployment, a really good sharpening choil. The crossbar lock action is phenomenal on this knife. We have a deep carry clip there that is right hand carry only. This is one of the best ways to get your hands on some high quality carbon fiber and just a great knife at a very good price. One of my all-time favorite knives that come in under $70 has to be the Real Steel Pyrex. One of my favorite all-time. These are about $68, but with my coupon code, you can knock a few more dollars off. We are going to be looking at 3.5 inches of Nitro V steel. This bad boy comes in just under 8 inches, so this is a really good size. Beautiful blade shape for EDC, nice sharpening choil, dual thumb studs for the deployment, fantastic crossbar lock action. We have really nice textured G10 handles, deep carry wire clip that is reversible for lefties out there. And then we have their Taco integral frame, which makes these very comfortable. That almost acts like a full-length backspacer. Now, they do offer the Pyrex, though, in several formats. You can also get them in micarta, and you can also get them in titanium, but those often sell out. I think they are out of stock right now, but you can often find the titanium and Nitro V ones for under $100, and you can pick these up for well under $70. Easily one of my favorite budget knives of all time. Next, we have one coming in from Civivi. This is a collaboration with Blade HQ. We're going to be looking at the Civivi Headbanger. These come in right around $89. They do have a natural G10 variant and a micarta variant as of right now. They're going to come in right at $89. We are going to be looking at 3.8 inches of Nitro V. This thing is a monster. Beautiful satin finish, compound ground. We do have a nice flat running into this top swedge. It gives it a great character. We do have dual thumb studs for the deployment. The action on this is superb. The detent, the closing action, everything really well done from Civivi. Natural G10 over top of heavily milled out steel liners. And then we have a titanium pocket clip to top this thing off, and it is going to be left hand friendly. We don't get to see a ton of full size knives like this in 2025, so this is definitely a breath of fresh air. Great access to that liner with a chamfer. Really well done as far as design, and then fit and finish execution on Civivi's part is top notch. Now, I'm not sure what you guys are doing out there, but Tenable released the Fenrir top liner lock in a bunch of different formats. They have aluminum, carbon fiber, I think they have G10, maybe micarta, G-Mascus, and they're going to range between $60 and $90 depending on the variant. This one you see here before you is going to be the most expensive at $90. We do have their VG10 Damascus, beautiful blade, dual thumb studs for the deployment, really nice 50-50 area here. The aluminum is very well done, and like I said, if you want more texturing, they have cross-cut aluminum, they have smooth aluminum, all kinds of different variants you can choose from. A deep carry clip that is going to be left-hand friendly, and they have a lanyard hole there for the lanyard fans. This has an incredibly good detent, and the action is amazing. This has been very hard to put down. The Fenrir has been one of my favorite designs for the last couple of years, and this tenable version really takes the cake. I'm hoping that Concept will do a top liner lock like this in a more premium version. That would be the ultimate Fenrir in my opinion. But like I said, they have a bunch of these in stock. Get over there, use my code, and pick yourself up one. This knife right here is going to make it to the end of the year as one of my favorite budget knives. This is the new CJRB Tundra, going to come in just under 70 bucks right now on their website. They do have at least 2 different variations of this knife, and we're going to be looking at a beautiful drop point, almost spear point like blade in D2. We have textured G10 handles, massive thumb studs, and a rear flipper for the deployment methods. The detent is tuned perfectly for this knife. You have that heavy blade, so you need a stronger detent. Everything works very well. As I said earlier in the video, we don't get to see a ton of larger knives in this day and age, so this is really refreshing to see. This is in the same size range as the Artisan Cutlery Proponent, basically the brother to the Proponent, just with a spear point blade. We have a lower mounted clip, and that is going to be reversible. Great access to that liner with a chamfer. Really nice closing action. I love this knife. It's about 8.8 inches overall. We're looking at 8 ounces as far as the weight goes. 5 inches of handle and 3.8 inches of blade. This thing is an absolute monster. These are in stock on Amazon and on their website. I'll have links to all these knives down in the description, and any coupon codes will be down there as well. Let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite knife from today's video? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to continue to see dope knife and EDC content, make sure you're subscribed. I'll pop up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.